been dyed
We're
red.
at part 9. We've been doing this little marathon for a while. But yeah, guys, it's finally time. It is 12 a.m. I usually do this shit really late. It's like my anime experience, and 12 at night, watch some anime, some shit like that. That's the vibe. So yeah, let's go.
Can you keep up? 'Twas a battle, fierce and dire. The laureate fell, consumed by mire. Into the dark tide he's gone, vanished. Our minds shattered, hope now banished. O woeful hearts, O helpless hands, was this the end of all our plans? Then soared the dark slayer, wings aflame, striking down foes, breaking the chain. Our laureate rose in radiant swell, outshining the Threnodian spell. Though shadows vast did crowd the night, the light of unity shone ever bright. With lantern held high, he banished the dark tide, Renasita's long night hereby cast aside. And while the dark hero has sadly gone, our laureate is here for us to cheer on. Well, it was such an epic fight. If I can spin it into a song, maybe it'll live on in the hearts of Raguna and Septimont, and all of Renasita. Through this song, the land will rise anew, and the names of all the fallen will never fade. But there's another player in this tale. He was neither Raganese nor Septimontian. Have you heard the story of this outlander? No? Then listen close. My melody will bring this story to life before your eyes.
Hello, sir? Are you a neighbor in need? By the Sentinel, the Order of the Deep will assist you with all that we have.
I need to see Fenrico.
You wish to confess to our Primus? Alas, Lord Fenrico is currently away on a journey to spread the Sentinel's teachings. But if you need assistance, simply let someone know you seek the Order's aid. They'll take you to the Cathedral of Mercury. You can always find me in the cathedral, brother. My name is Leon. May Imperator be with you.
Confess to a Primus colluding with a Threnodian. But if he's not here, then I'll seek out the Blessed Maiden, or Rover.
Hello there. You are... from Huanglong, right? I assume from the style of your clothing. Are you traveling? Rinasita does offer some marvelous views.
Guardia, text the people! Citizens, to the cathedral! Children and seniors first! Quickly! Fear not, the Order will shelter everyone!
Just as Rover once described. Are these the end times before the paradise descends? Everyone, get out of here! Hey, friend from Huanglong, you should get to safety with the others. These monsters aren't just for show.
Escort the civilians to safety. I'll handle this. Let's not let the Thrunodians' dregs. Behold the spoil. Nothing that won't heal. Off with you. Answer my call. Interesting. Behold this blade.
Cavalier, come aboard now. It's you.
Get to safety.
But there are still people trapped in the square. Carlotta Montelli.
Sir Leon. And this is...
Choyan.
I might not have survived if not for this kind soul from Huanglong.
My deepest gratitude for your aid. Tacit discords have appeared in the city without the slightest forewarning.
Miss Carlotta, what of the Montelli quarter? Have the civilians there been safely evacuated?
They're en route to the cathedral as we speak. You may rest easy on that front.
The Thrunodian's shadow already hangs over this city. I can actually see you through the dark tide. Could it be?
Are you leaving, sir?
This place is no longer safe. You must all retreat.
May Imperator be with you, friend.
Quite the mysterious man to vanish in such a fashion.
I sense no ill intent. He appeared to be searching for something.
An old acquaintance of yours, Sir Leon?
Not quite. Just crossed paths earlier on Bank Street. Leviathan's whispers hold no sway over Outlanders. May Imperator's grace guide him to what he seeks and keep him steadfast on his path.
Carlotta! Everyone from the square should be inside the cathedral by now. I went door by door to make sure. The children here are the last ones left.
You? You're a Takata.
This city and her people are crying out to us. We will weather this storm together.
Divine envoys, Hina hangs by a thread. Fulfill your sacred duty. Defend the city and her people.
Brace yourselves.
Rover is here. I can sense it. But there is another strange presence in this tower. Let's off with you. Mandate calls. Judgment falls. Stars realign. Behold this boy. Bamboo! This frequency seems to belong to the maiden. Just what I need. This must be the work of that maiden. But Rova was not the only one to pass through here. There's another, shrouded in dark flames with intent to kill. The sound of a firearm. Someone got here before me.
An agent from Mingting. Wait. I know you. You serve under Lord Liang. Choyuan, if memory serves.
You know Grandmaster Liang.
I had the privilege of meeting many distinguished officials in Mingting. The Ministry of Sentinel Affairs once introduced me to your internal security agency's workings. I would never confuse the man behind Lord Liang. The one without sight, yet seeing all. The Blind Watcher.
I see what others cannot. That's all. This bullet ended Carthia, yet I sense no malice from it. Born of light, yet flying amidst shadow. What kind of flame are you seeking? Carthia, resonator of both Sentinel and Threnodian. Even in death, you remain the vessel of both. As for you, there's no record of you in Mingting's archives. All your frequencies are tied to the Threnodian. Chaotic, ever-devouring, assimilating. That is tacit discord, a power not fully your own. You seek vengeance, but she is not your true target. It's the divinity. But you kept this from Rover. That is why it all unfolded so suddenly. Besides spark and firewood, you needed another person to stoke the fire. So, it is you. You match what Magistrate Jinxi's bodyguard described. However, the mark of Leviathan's dark tide clings to you. That is why I sensed you through the dark tide in the city. Anyone tainted by Threnodian is fated for destruction. Even if a cleansing fire could burn away that darkness, when the moment of choice comes, will you turn the blade on yourself? That woman did shoot Carthia. Rover is after her now. But that's not the whole story.
How do you know that?
I can sense lingering frequencies in a place.
The Sentinel is no more. The Blessed Maiden is gone. And now the dark tide descends.
You are outnumbered. You said you met with Mingting's officials. That means you had an audience not just with Grandmaster Liang, but with the Grand Marshal too. She asked me to execute a Fraxidus overseer named Scar in Minnesota, and help Rover in the process.
So, Mingting had foreseen all this?
That's not my concern. Thou shalt wield the torch of the usurper to drive away the darkness. That's all the Ministry of Sentinel Affairs gave me. Any clue what this torch might be?
Usurper. Torch. That may be referring to Primus Fenrico, and the first relic he holds.
And that relic might be the help Rover needs.
Fenrico should still be in the experiment site he secretly built. It lies beneath the waters to the southwest of the Salio Fells. I'm afraid you'll need to pinpoint the precise location yourself.
I see. One more thing. Don't tell anyone I was here. Do I have your word?
And why is that? Are you not a Mingting official?
I was. Not anymore. Mingting is not the place you once visited. Secure Cardathia's body and get to a safer place. To hide such a facility under the sea. Such desecration. Such absurdity. New creatures lurking in the dark. I'll show you what the real darkness looks like. Behold this blade. Start realign. Behold this blade. Your life is mine to take. Onward.
Oh! This place is marred by the Dark Tide's filth. Why risk yourself, brother?
It's you. The Fraxidus I sensed. Playing dress up again. Is this your twisted idea of fun?
Why, the Sentinel, do you not recognize me?
Your disguise means nothing to me. I recognize your frequency.
What truly separates us, brother? A face alone is a solid veneer. I am an acolyte. Just as you are a fugitive clinging to an official's uniform. What a shame you couldn't end him in Mingting. And now you still can't.
Why are you here?
A grim stage has been set for Rover in this land. And I, at the invitation of another, am merely a supporting character in this grand performance. And my role is to stop you here. As an acolyte, my faith in Imperator is indestructible, though my flesh remains so very fragile.
You killed that acolyte.
Oh, he's quite hale and hearty. Right now, he should be tending to the wounded in that vault. Besides, it's beneath me to move against such an ordinary character. Such brutality! And here I stand, an unarmed acolyte. A pale shadow compared to Lord Liang Donyuan, the mighty master of both pen and sword.
You will pay for murdering Grandmaster Liang with your blood.
Oh, really? Isn't that debt yours to answer for? A wanted criminal of Ming-Ting. And yet the Ministry of War sent you all the way to Renacita to hunt down Scar in secret. Who would have thought? Ming-Ting places such importance on him.
If you know that, it means you still have eyes and ears in Ming-Ting.
Without a doubt, I am everywhere. Speaking of which, Scar should be in Septimont now. He did a patchy job in Jinzhou and needs to answer for his own missteps. I will not interfere with how you handle him. As for our dear Primus here, a ruling hand clinging tightly to a cruel fate, a martyr yet to earn a name. You are here for him, no? Thou shalt wield the torch of the usurper to drive away the darkness. A Huanglong prophecy, yes? But isn't it just another verse in Divinity's script?
What have you done to him?
Me? Nothing. What you see is simply the consequence of him fulfilling his destiny. A remnant of his consciousness still lingers, right inside that lantern.
Step aside.
Why, of course. What could an unarmed acolyte possibly do against Huanglong's blade? Still, allow me a parting word. Fenrico. He's not so different from you. You have killed without hesitation, and your one mistake was a single act of mercy. For that moment of weakness, you've paid no less than he did. How can a lone, flickering torch hope to banish shadow upon shadow? Ruthless soul, your end awaits you.
Let's not linger.
The ignorant shall do.
Behold this boy.
Answer my call.
Off with you. Mandate calls. Judgment falls. Step forth. Did I mishear? Behold this boy. Nothing that won't heal.
My cathedral. This is...
A corner in the realm of my mind. It shifts with the person I meet. This cathedral shows your obsession.
a soul from Huanglong. Here you shall find neither the gospel you can accept, nor the judgment you are meant to endure.
The Threnodian has taken everything from you. Your blessed maiden is dead. Your city crumbles. The dark tide will soon swallow it whole. Your tie with the Threnodian should have shown you what's already happened. Give me the lantern.
Tell me, by what right do you demand what is ours? The path born of injustice must be fortified with further transgressions. No, our path was built upon a foundation of righteousness. Here, one Primus after another offered up their battered flesh in defiance of Leviathan. And be it Leviathan, Cartathea, or the Fraxidus, none shall steal Raguna from my keeping. Under the hands of the Primuses, Raguna flourished. By our light, the people were shielded from the Threnodians' corruption and led toward a true, blessed land. People need unity of belief. That is why a Primus must rule. That is the heart of our creed. It is what sustained me across 20 years of struggle against the Threnodian. I sought to bend its power toward a higher purpose. But in the end, that creed consumed me. I believed I could use Leviathan as a hammer to forge a true blessed land against its hollow paradise. But I was the one used. Such is my appointed fate. I accept it without challenge. What still binds me here is naught but fury and hatred for the betrayal.
You are only mortal. Mortals don't stand a chance against the Threnodian.
Night and day, its whispers echoed in our heads. A torment no soul can endure. And despite Imperator's fading light, granting us only fleeting moments of clarity, generations of Primuses have willingly walked this path.
And you still thought you could control its power. Ambition and obsession fueled your fight against the Threnodian. But in the end, they're the very things that brought you down. Yours is a scripture of righteousness, yet evil and atrocity are written all over your deeds.
I stand knee-deep in a river of blood. What is spilled cannot be unspilled.
There was a time I could have killed a man before he waded into a river of blood. Now that chance stands before me once more.
No mortal shall inflict upon you even the slightest harm. It is this prophecy and fate that lead me onward. Pleasure born of violence shall end in violence. You that are heavy laden by guilt, come and confess.
Tell me why. By the order of the Censorate, you are to be executed by the Internal Security Agency.
Me?
They accuse you of colluding with tacit discords and wreaking havoc across Jinzhou.
What a joke. Killing them isn't enough.
You killed these tacit discords. These people owe you their lives.
Yes. So what? The border is in chaos, and all your agency does is lick the boots of corrupt officials. Might as well kill me here. Do it. If you let me live today, I swear, every one of the ISA's dogs, and every last tacit discord, I'll turn these lands white with your bones.
Grandmaster Liang from the agency spoke in your defense.
Then why are you here?
I've read your case files in Jinzhou these past few days. Those censors failed in their duties and deceived us. How could a single squad captain possibly conspire with tacit discords to kill and raid? You're just an ordinary man.
Those things are killing our people. I won't let that stand. Tacit discords don't get to live. No matter the cost, I won't stop until they're all annihilated.
Jinzhou's survival depends on stopping the tacit discords. You wield incredible might, but such strength demands restraint. A sword exists to deter, not kill. Draw too quickly, and you'll die by your own blade. Your sword can cut down tacit discords, or save lives. If your resolve to protect this land stands firm, you will forge a legacy.
I see it now. What haunts you? The memories you carry. I see that rainy night, that battle, and the Threnodian, feeding on it all. I see the plain drenched in blood, the man standing atop it all, burning in black flames. What happened to him?
He fell into Overthrax's abyss.
And shared my fate.
Maybe when we first met, he still held on to a shred of goodness. But even so, it didn't stop his end from coming.
You should have killed him when you had the chance.
History grants no second chances, and the dead do not return.
As for what happened after, that we already know. The mysterious swordsman stood alone and held back the Dark Tide at the fiercest front line. Not to mention he made quick work of Scar, the Fraxitous overseer. Some of it came straight from the folks in Raguna, and some from a certain Phasalia who prefers to remain unnamed.
Why did I see some things you weren't even recounting?
It's similar to what happened when I helped you seek Artathea. Perhaps it's the lantern. It holds the last flickers of Fenrico's will. It could have revealed a glimpse of what happened in the Fabricatorium. A swordsman from distant shores, aiding a disgraced Primus in taking vengeance against the Threnodian Leviathan. Astonishing, isn't it? But it's all true. That mysterious swordsman also mentioned someone else. A man, burning in black flames.
Geshu Lin. There's more to him than they want us to see. And more buried between Jinzhou and Mingting than they'll ever admit. The order to hunt down Scar and Renacida came straight from Mingting. Even Jinshi was left in the dark. Whatever he's carrying could shake Ming-Ting to its core.
Guess you'll have to wait until you're in Huanglong for answers. Or perhaps we could go ask our mysterious swordsman himself. If he brought you the first relic, then he's one of the heroes who saved Renacita. We still owe him our thanks, but no one saw him after the final battle. Locating a visitor from Huanglong and Raguna shouldn't be a hassle. Not with the Montellis, the Phassalias, the Order, and our Septimontian friends all out there preparing to rebuild Renacita. Let's go. I bet we can find him.
Good to see you, Rover. Ms. Zani and I have been assessing the damage to Averado Vault and the Cathedral of Mercury.
The vault is all right. As Lady Carlotta instructed, we just had to throw a few collections away. The losses are nothing compared with the safety of our people.
I think I saw him by the square. Hard to miss someone from Huanglong in the crowd. I also noticed quite a few friends from Septimont there, discussing the rebuilding. Maybe you could ask if anyone's seen him.
Raguna is indeed nothing like Septimont. A harbor like this suits sea trade far better. It is. After all, Raguna was closed to outsiders. But we'll be heading back to Septimont after trade negotiations with the Montellis and the Order. The swordsman named Choyuan. I ran into him earlier by the docks. We spoke briefly. He looked ready to board the ship home. The gladiators who stood their ground during the attack spoke of him. They said it was he who held the fiercest front line alone when the Fraxidus unleashed the Dark Tide. I don't dare imagine the casualties without his aid. The ship hasn't set sail yet, so you should find him at the dock.
How long before the ship departs?
The captain says once these goods from Septimont are loaded, we prepare to set sail.
I see no acolytes supervising.
Thought you couldn't see. So you can, eh?
No. I just sense no one is causing you trouble.
Raguna and Septimont have been through a lot. Really was those heroes who carried us through this disaster. And Lord Fenrico and his predecessors. Under Sentinel Imperator's guidance, they held the lantern high and drove away the darkness surrounding us. Still gives me chills when I think about it.
That's all behind us, sir.
Right you are.
You board first. I'll be ready soon.
Aye. Thank you, lad.
You have come.
Leaving so soon.
I've lingered long enough. My work isn't done.
The Scar and the other Fraxidus operatives got away.
Our Grand Marshal likely expected as much. They always have a way out. Pity. Would have liked to see if I could sever that goat head in one strike.
I still haven't properly thanked you for your help in Septimont.
Leviathan's influence was aimed at Renacida. Outsiders like me were spared. Besides, it was the Grand Marshal who asked me to help you here. You should save your gratitude for her when you visit Ming-Ting someday. She takes great interest in you.
Ming-Ting. I've only been to Jinzhou so far.
The world is wide. Rove far enough. You'll find your way there.
Wait. About Geshu Lin.
You know, Jian. You fought in Norfall Barrens. You must also know what really happened in Jinzhou 3 years ago. And what becomes of those who fall to the Threnodian. Not everyone has the strength to resist its persuasions. Not like the people here.
Are you still after him?
Back then, corrupt officials lied to the Internal Security Agency, to Grandmaster Liang, and to me. I went to Jinzhou to execute him. But at the time, he wasn't what they claimed. It was only later that he fell to the Threnodians' influence. For the lives lost in that battle because of him, death is too light a punishment. But it's what I can give him, and what I must.
Come now, lad! You missed this ship to Mingzhou and you're waiting till morning.
They call you Rover. You are not without a home. You are a blade with a sheath. Those who stand by you are your home, your sheath. They will fight for you, and you for them. Maybe one day.
You will.
You are what they say. May our paths cross again.
Fate has led you to me. And considering the terms...
Greetings, passenger. You're just in time. Ta-da! Take this. It's something special. Since you're new here, it's only right I lend a hand. Whether you're in trouble or just need to...
old clock. Huh. Its hands are still ticking.
Someone I knew left it here. She believed time flowed strangely in the Sonoro. Used timing devices to find a loophole. So I brought it to the base.
Someone you knew. Was she also from the outside and got pulled into the Sonoro?
You could say that. I don't know who she is exactly, but she understood this place far better than I do. She suspected the Sonoro doesn't just loop. It also has a different inner time flow than the outside world. To test her theory, she took apart countless clocks and logged everything. Even her wristwatch was...
Her wristwatch?
What?
Was it covered in moss? Whoever pulled me into the Sonoro wore a watch like that.
Could it have been her? But why? If she reached you, she found a way to contact the outside. So she did figure it out. Then, why didn't she leave? She was always careful. Never acted without calculating the odds. Unless she knew that was as far as she could go.
Maybe she brought me here because she knew that's where you are. You said she'd never act without weighing the odds. It must have been a calculated decision. I'm here because she figured you'd need some help. Maybe she couldn't move forward herself. Maybe she got stuck somewhere. But she didn't give up. She kept looking for a breakthrough. And I'm probably part of her plan. You don't have to carry this alone. She might have already seen this coming, and now she's waiting for you to catch up. You're not the only one trying to solve this puzzle. You said she knew a lot. Where is she now?
She's... in the tower. She once told me she suspected the only way to break this loop and reconnect with the real world was through the Lament's source. Neon Tower. The closer you get, the more spatial fractures you see. And the more dangerous it gets. But she went alone. Left only a message. Said she'd use the tower to find others to help, and I should wait here.
And then?
She never came back. After that, I left our previous base and came here, hoping to find her. I kept trying to reach the tower, but every time I failed. At the Lament's edge, space splits apart. You might feel closer, but in truth, you're not. My clipping forte works like slicing a shelter out of earthquake rubble. Slabs structured just right, just enough to hide in. But that's all it does. It's nothing against the Lament.
Well, I used to be able to open the path to Neon Tower, but during the Lament, My existence was torn apart once, so I lost that ability. The Honami you see now looks whole, but inside, it's been cut into countless tangled paths, like Chisa's Kirigami.
Mine would have been better executed.
To find the right path again, we have to reconnect with the tower. And that means...
finding a frequency that shares its source with the tower.
like this. The longings from Honami's left behind. They're what woke me up, and they'll guide us to the tower.
Namipo and I have been collecting them for a while. It hasn't been easy. My ability still isn't where it needs to be. But we've managed to rule out some wrong routes. We're narrowing it down.
No, it's not about ability. You just haven't fully learned to filter out the negative emotions while collecting.
So, you collect them with this bottle.
Okay, yeah, that capybara is god-awful boring.
These longings resonate with the tower,
It's just too
the source of the
tall.
lament.
I'm good, bro.
Namipo
It's
believes
too
they
much.
can lead.
We finna skip through this, skip through all this dialogue shit. We finna get to the fight. We finna get to the fucking disaster. Yeah, that's the end. Alright, what the fuck? They want people to fall asleep playing this shit? Like, this
Ginga Street.
god-awful boring. I can't stand that capybara.
Chisa, passenger, help! I can't be interrupted while collecting.